to another nostalgic build here on my hometown-themed island, Carousel. We will be building an Edwardian carousel, my favorite frozen custard shop, and a haunted lighthouse. So grab yourself your favorite frozen treat, cuddle up, and stay tuned because we've got a lot of work to do. I like to start out by mapping out the area, so I'm creating a path that leads from my shopping district to the back of the island. One of my TikTok followers recently asked me why I lay down the dirt path prior to putting down the custom design code paths. I do this for a couple of reasons. First, I like to make sure that my path is going to show up on the map. If I lay down the custom design code path without a dirt path or a stone path or brick or wood, it won't show up on the map, and that makes it a little bit more difficult to navigate around my island. The second reason is because some paths are designed to conform to the shape of the dirt or stone or brick or whatever type of path that you're using. You will notice on some custom design codes that it will contain one or more transparent pixels. Not only will these transparent pixels be, transparent on whatever surface you're putting them on, but when you're using the pre-made Animal Crossing paths, it will actually conform to the shape that you use. So for example, you'll notice later on in this build that I have a pathway that leads from Abbott's Custard to the back rocks in the corner of the island, and that pathway is curved. When I lay down the gravelly custom design code, it conforms to that path so it appears to be curved. I am currently creating the Charlotte-Genesee Lighthouse. This lighthouse was built in 1822. This lighthouse is located on Lake Ontario, right at the mouth of the Genesee River. It is the oldest surviving and currently active lighthouse on Lake Ontario. And it is also home to some ghost stories, believe it or not. There are old and mysterious tales of hearing footsteps and disembodied voices from the lighthouse grounds. I'm pretty sure that the only paranormal activity that we'll have at this lighthouse is Wisp. I'd really love to get a photo of him by that lighthouse. Have you ever experienced a spooky spirit? Tell me down in the comments. Here are a couple of little design tips for you. I always like to use the storage sheds as doors and also the curtain partitions as walls. Sure, they wave a little bit in the wind, but they conform to the simple panels and the cliffs a little bit better than other simple panels or the castle walls. I can't wait to see what the shrubs and trees look like when they're grown. I'm sure it'll fill the space perfectly. Now I am mapping out my next builds. First up is the carousel, and then I will create a space for Abbott's frozen custard. You'll notice that I've laid out some of the furniture I plan to use on the rocks. I like to do that because it gives me an accurate inventory of the different furniture that I can use for the build. Now for some tile work. You'll notice that this particular custom design code does not have a transparent pixel anywhere. So instead of it conforming to the dirt path below, it just lays on top. I struggled so much with this next part. First off, I couldn't figure out what custom design code I wanted to use for the roof. So I ended up using this jute pattern at first. I change it later, you'll see. Then I had a really difficult time with the placement of the soft serve lamp and the Abbott sign. I have to admit, I did rage quit a couple of times. I find that if I get stuck, if I leave and come back, I tend to find inspiration again. Another thing that helps me get unstuck is Happy Home Paradise. I really love the Happy Home Paradise DLC because it always helps with my creative blocks. I didn't have adequate room to decorate out front, so I ended up having to push everything back. Much better. I didn't really give myself enough room, so I ended up scrapping the second table. I find that most local ice cream shops don't really have a whole lot of seating anyway, so I guess everyone can stand. And here comes the struggle. Roof number 2. I have no idea where I was going with this. That looks terrible. Now, usually I edit things like this out, but I wanted to show you exactly what it's like when I build. I'm not perfect, believe me. Why on earth did I make this decision? It does not look good. I guess I should have planned this one out. Back to the drawing board. Just give it up, Neptune. Nothing you do is going to make that look good. Finally, a design that works. And a better looking roof, too. Did you know that if you unlock Red at Harv's Collective, you can win items at his raffle, such as ice cream cones, donuts, and even pocketbooks? I had to pay him a visit to win some ice cream cones to decorate with. So cute! Faith has been waiting so patiently for Abbott's to open. Now that Abbott's has been completed, let's head on over and start working on the carousel. The Denzel Menagerie Carousel was opened in 1905 in Ontario Beach Park. It features 52 hand-carved animals, including cats, pigs, horses, and even 2 chariots. Next to the carousel is the Stinson band organ, which played the music as you whirled around on the carousel. Unfortunately, it is no longer functioning. While I was building, I realized that I was missing the island designer wooden path, so I needed to make a pit stop. I also needed to erase everything I just did. Much better. I chose the pastel carousel. I thought that it fit the theme a little bit better than any of the other colors would have. Move! Now that the carousel is complete, I thought that I'd add a few little accents here and there, a bike path, and even a park. Although Rio is not the exact ostrich I'm looking for, I'm really enjoying having her on my island. I absolutely adore these pergolas. However, it would be really nice to be able to put furniture underneath them. I've used mostly white flowers in my previous builds, however, this time around I went with yellow mums. They remind me of the dandelions I used to pick at the park. I should have just opened up Island Designer. Now I'm just being lazy. I ended up opening it anyway to create this boat dock. I always find it so hard to decorate the beaches. But I think that it turned out nice with just a few weeds here and there. Just nice and simple. And this is the part that I was talking about earlier. I'm using the dirt path first just to lay out where I'd like the design to go, and then I'm laying the custom design code over it and it conforms to the shape. here it is in its completed form. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, like, and ring that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.